I'm Jason. It's my 2019 Lamborghini Huracan Performante. It's my baby. You know, my childhood dream. So I don't remember an age where I wasn't just absolutely fascinated with cars. 4 or 5 years old, um, drawing cars for a significant portion of my life. I wanted to. My dream, in middle school, high school, was to actually design cars. Um, didn't really work out, and probably for the best. I ended up designing like minivans or something. But much better to own them than design them, I think, in some cases. So it is a 29 Lamborghini Huracan Performante. The Performante, I believe, was only produced in 2 years, 2018, 2019. It's not a limited production car. Well, it's not a numbered production car. It's limited. Lamborghini likes to do just they'll sell as many as they can in a couple of years, but they won't actually number them. I believe Performantes, there's about 1,800 worldwide. Um, this one, they came in, they're all-wheel drive, active aero. They actually set a Nürburgring record when they came out. They were the fastest production car on the Nürburgring when they were released. Ran 652, I think, on the Nürburgring. But they're all-wheel drive, all active aero, all Alcantara forged carbon fiber. They did offer a spider, which confuses me a little bit because it was so performance oriented. But it was a hardtop and a spider. This one is Viola Parsife is the name of the color, and I believe in the U.S. in the hardtops there are 6 in this color. With my interior options, I believe it's the only one worldwide. It is all factory. The only things appearance wise that are changed are the wheels and tires. Everything that's a color, well, other than, well, even the exterior paint is an option. So they have the Ad Personam program, and I want to say that's 15,000 something dollars, and you have a number of colors to choose from. This is one of them. Um, with the interior, everything that's a color, green or purple on the interior, is actually an option down to the thread, which is a $700 option just to change the color of the thread. So on the window sticker, I think it's like 19,600 in interior options, but yeah, it's all factory. So, I mean, I've had a number. Kind of started things in the 90s. I had a 1994 3000 GT VR4, which I really liked. Ended up being fairly problematic. Not the best car to drag race, but I tried. Um, had an Evo 8 Conquest TSI. I don't go through cars quickly. From there, I eventually moved into a Toyota Supra, a 94 Toyota Supra, which I loved, absolutely loved. Had it for just over 10 years, but ultimately the goal was Lamborghini, even if I had to focus on just that one car. And so in 2021, early 2021, actually, I think yesterday, 2 years ago, I bought my 2015 Lamborghini Huracan, Grigio Lynx, grayish color, well, gray. Um, and that was my first Lamborghini, and that was pretty momentous, pretty surreal. I actually did it. It wasn't just a dream anymore. It actually happened. Um, I had the Super at the same time, and I didn't really necessarily want to have the Super at the same time. Ideally, I would have sold the Super first, but I saw the deal come up and jumped on it, and it was a good time. Prices climbed immediately after I bought it, and so I had both for almost a year when this one came up, and this is kind of speaks for itself. The Performante is, yeah, just an amazing car. So I had my Huracan and my Supra, and I started doing a little more research about Performantes and decided that was probably a better fit. They handled so well, the Alcantara, the forged carbon fiber, they were just beautiful. And so I decided I wanted a Performante, and I knew of this color, and it's pretty rare. And I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I could actually get this color? And so I started the hunt. Actually started, searching cars.com, Auto Trader, all the normal sites. Obviously, there's none for sale. I was just kind of curious what they were even going for. Was it reasonable? And so I started the search, and obviously none for sale. I have no idea what they're going for, and so I kind of decided if I can find one that would be great, but if I don't find one in a reasonable time, maybe I'll step back to like a Vertimontis, the green, or another kind of more exotic color. But I actually started reaching out to people on the forums. I started trying to identify owners of this color and just reaching out to them. Don't want to pester them, but just ask them, hey, interested in selling at some point, let me know. And so the first person I reached out to, really cool guy, really helpful. He said he wasn't interested in selling, and it took him 18 months to find this color. He started similar to me. He wanted this color, started looking, and it took him a year and a half to find the color. And I kind of set me back, and I was like, okay, this is unrealistic. I'm just not going to find it, and I'm way too impatient. I'm not going to be able to hold out that long. But I said, who knows? I'll set up a process. I'll search these sites. I'll have a process, and every couple, 3 days, maybe a week or so, I'll do this repetitively till I find one. And like I said, if I don't find one, then I'll maybe choose another color. And I think I decided to check Facebook, and just in the off chance. And I looked on Facebook, and there was an ad that was 4 or 5 months old for this car. Didn't say anything in the comments about being sold. I figured they took the conversation offline. Messaged the owner, said, hey, see the car was for sale a few months ago. Any chance the new owner might want to flip it? Again, I don't even know what this color is going for. And he responded pretty quick, and he was like, no, I still got the car. It's still for sale. I just kind of stopped pushing it because, a lot of tire kickers and whatnot. And I was like, okay, cool. Oh, shit. I'm not ready. I haven't tried to sell either of my cars. And so I was kind of taken aback. And so it was an interesting process. Took, I don't know, probably a month and a half, 2 months or so of, that night I immediately listed my gray Huracan for sale. I had all kinds of pictures of that car. That was easy to just list, and not really a lot of mods or anything. The Supra was a little more difficult because it sat a lot and really needed to be cleaned up and prepared to sell. It's a 27-year-old car. There's always something wrong with it, and that was one of the headaches. And so it took me 3 or 4 weeks to get that ready to sell, and then finally listed. That one actually sold before the gray Huracan did, but anyway. This car was owned by the president of, I think, 2 Lamborghini clubs in St. Louis, and great guy. And so we worked out the deal. It was probably, like I said, a month and a half, couple month process of kind of working things out, and finally everything's sorted. It's my car, and they had a rally coming up, and Valentino Balboni was going to be on the rally, and he's, I think, 70 something years old, 75 or so. And I just got to thinking, how often is he going to be flying around the world to do rallies? I need to be on that rally. And so that was mid-June. I think June 17th I drove out there in my daily, took delivery of the car. It's mine now officially. I've actually seen it in person for the first time. And the next day was the start of a 4-day rally. I think I put 700 miles on the car in 4 days. Got to meet Valentino Balboni. He signed the car for the second time, actually. It's been signed twice. Once when the original owner took possession, and then once again when I took possession. So pretty cool.
All right, if you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like down below. Go ahead and subscribe to us if you haven't yet. If you want to check out our events or any of our merch, anything like that, go ahead. We'll either link it down below, or you can search on vdgmedia.com.